Hello, this is Dread, and in today's video topic, this is going to be the pretty much last post for the quality of life stuff coming for our last Epoch next patch before the patch notes drop. I'm pretty sure they drop tomorrow, so after that, cat's out of the bag. We got to talk about all the changes and stuff. So today we're talking about the quality of life and Minion AI updates in this forum post here. So the biggest thing is we are getting minion stances. We're getting a difference between assassinate mode and protect mode. Protect mode is a lot more like what it's currently like, where they will stay near you for the most part and they won't stray off too far. But assassinate mode will make them significantly more aggressive. Now, what I like about this is it means that you can make certain minions aggressive and certain minions defensive. So, like a good example, you can make the summon golem protect you, and you can make all of your wraiths go and attack. This means that you can actually have a comp, a setup where your summon golem actually gets aggro. Like you can build all of the nodes that make its threat larger, and then you can just focus your wraiths on doing damage. In theory, this could be very good. Now, what's interesting though is the assassinate node will make your minions target enemies from further away, focusing on bosses and rare enemies. This has been the biggest problem by far with minions is their lack of attention on bosses and rare enemies. What would end up happening is you'd have like a pack of like 5 gorgons and like 5 rare gorgons that are trying to kill you and all of your minions, and they'll be attacking the random spider that's like a few meters away. This is very good because, like I said, them focusing on trash while the actual threats exist is very obnoxious. So having them actually attack the things that will actually kill you in return is a good idea. You can also change it with the single press of a key. I'm not sure if you can have like each minion have a different one. That would be nice if that could happen, but we'll see. That's really cool though. Like this should in theory be cool. Just having extra modes allows us to like actually customize our experience. Now, there are some minion improvements. It seems like as though they have resolved most of the snapshotting stuff, so that's cool. Most of it. Minions should now correctly update their stats whenever nodes or equipment are swapped out, even if the minions were previously already summoned. No more cheese. Additionally, you gain 0.8% minion power per character level, so it's going up to 60% more damage and 60% less damage taken from 45%, and then 50% to 60% less damage from dangerous possibilities. This isn't enough to change anything, I'll be honest personally. We have to see like the actual numbers they give things, right? Now, Beastmasters are getting a little bit of some changes. I'll be honest, they didn't really talk about much here, unfortunately. So, and we already knew one of the pieces of info, but we got Volcanic Adaption for Summon Raptor. Summon Raptor has always been in this weird spot currently because it does a lot of damage, but its clear is like absolute poo poo. So, like, anything that would improve its clear would be acceptable. Now, all this does is convert it to fire damage and gives it the fire breath ability, but it has an 8-second cooldown, so it either needs to do the most damage on the entire like planet or it's going to be garbage, so we'll see. Also, trying to scale spell damage on your minions is absurdly difficult, I found in general, especially like it is hard to scale, especially since it's not a crit spell damage over time. Like the fact it's not a crit spell damage over time is very unfortunate. This needs to have a ridiculous modifier to make this work. This is not good as it currently stands, at least personally. Like, obviously, we need to see numbers, right? And turning stuff from bleed to ignite doesn't really actually help you all that much because most of the good support for minion stuff for ailments is for bleed on Beastmaster, like using the chest. So it's not necessarily the best thing to turn it all into ignite because you don't have that much ignite scaling. So we'll see. This does make it work more with the axe that makes your minion like revive after, a few seconds. So maybe it'll be fine. Who knows? Not sure. This one's interesting. Maelstrom, your Scorpion has a chance to cast Maelstrom whenever you do. Maelstrom's cast for your Scorpion in this way. Use your Scorpion stat, but use your Maelstrom's tree. This can be good. This This can be good as long as there are enough generic more damage multipliers inside Scorpion to make it function. Like I said before, the biggest issue we're going to have here is scaling the flat spell damage for our minions, right? So, like, there's like very few sources of it in the game. There's not that many, so it's going to be hard to do that. But in theory, the payout should be massive because you can like spam it and like it should be fine. It's just like I don't know. The problem is self-cast Maelstrom without the totem node doesn't really do that much damage right now as it currently stands. Like this could probably be on top of something else, like doing damage, but like right now, Maelstrom doesn't do enough damage to merit doing this, personally. Maybe it can be good. Like we'll have to see, right? Like maybe the more damage modifiers in Summon Scorpion make it viable. Maybe you can get like minion damage over time percentage affixes. Like there's ways of probably making this work, but right now I'm not currently impressed. And then we have the Earthquake node for Bear. Pretty much this can be very good considering it has a 6-second cooldown. Now to give you an idea of why I scoffed at the Dragon Raptor node, 8-second cooldown while Earthquake is a 6-second cooldown. Like either Fire Breath is insanely strong or it's really mid. So like, all I have to really say there. Now, Earthquake and Bear, on the other hand, Bear already did like okay damage, right? And it's a melee attack, so you don't have to worry about scaling it too hard. The biggest problem is scaling like I said, spell versus melee in this game. Now, for minions. Now, it says here, it did get buffed from the last time we saw it when it was teased a while back. This means that it was probably not doing enough damage, which is interesting because I thought it would do enough damage. That's questionable though. It might actually not do enough damage in its current state because they just buffed it. So if they buffed it between teasers, that means that like something was horrendously wrong. So maybe the rework to summon Bear's Tree wasn't that good. Who knows? But like that's a bad omen. Them having to buff it like that means that like it was not working as intended in testing. Unfortunately, we'll see. For Merchants Guild, we're getting tokens so you can buy items. Essentially, you'll get access to these tokens as you level up through the Merchants Guild. It'll give you some free favor early on. This allows you to essentially try to waylay some of the initial cost of getting gear in the Merchants Guild. I never really had to deal with this problem because what would end up happening is I would get to endgame, I would get like to endgame, and then I would check the Merchants Guild, and there'd be no listings because I got there too fast, and then I'd have to wait like pretty much an entire day before anything like popped up on the Merchants Guild for everyone to catch up. So like this doesn't really affect me, but like this affects everyone who's like casual, who's like getting up there. And like the black market token, if you don't know, at tier 6 you'll get like a black market token which completely ignores requirements entirely, like all requirements. Like you can get like a 10 level 10 requirement item immediately, so that's cool. That might actually be very good. Yeah, just they also can be found while slaying normal enemies. That's really nice actually as well. That's actually really good. This means that you can spend most of your favor selling items, and then you can try to coast on the tokens that you have and then only break into your favor when you feel like it. That's insane for me because I play a lot, so I'm going to end up getting probably a lot of tokens. So hopefully that ends up being the case because having a bunch of tokens. Then we have offline cosmetics. If you're an offline gamer, that's right? Cool. That's pretty much it for everything here. Unfortunately, not that much information, but we are getting patch notes tomorrow, so it's not that big of a deal. Quick TLDR, minion stances are really cool. Hopefully they're good. This node doesn't give me that much, you know, excitement currently. This node could be good, but like it depends on if they butcher the rest of Summon Scorpion's tree. This node can be good, but it seems like as though it wasn't good, hence why they buffed it. So we'll see on that. And then Merchant's Guild tokens are really fun. Those will be fun. Very good for like people who don't play as much. Like this right here, like this is an improvement to people who only play like 4 hours a day. This is a huge improvement like for your quality of life, because the biggest problem they would have is they don't play long enough or they don't play efficiently enough to get enough favor. Because like remember, it's like 19,000 favor to buy a 3 LP item, I believe, or it's like 19,000 favor to list it, either to list it or buy it. I can't remember. So that's a lot of favor for someone who is like playing like, I don't know, a summon skeleton build that's like doing like 2 monoliths an hour. Like that's a lot of favor. So yeah, having tokens is going to be insanely impactful for them. Well, for me, it'll just help me smooth out my transitions between builds, because I can like use my tokens to pay while I can use my favor to like, put items up on the market. All right, that's going to be it for me today. With all that being said, this has been Dread. Off to go do something else. Bye.